Hey there, I'm Melissa Deal, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about a subject that comes up a lot in our Compassionate Horse Clicks group, and that is balance. And as soon as I say that, most people are probably thinking how my horse is loading his hind end, how he's carrying himself. But in this particular instance, what I am talking about is the balance in our training. And by that, I mean most behaviors have an opposite behavior. And so whenever we start using positive reinforcement, we quickly become enamored about how powerful it is. So for example, if we're using positive reinforcement to teach our horse to halt off the seat without using any hand, we're like, wow, this works so good. And we really work on the halt, and we're like, look how good we can get this halt. And we reinforce any action that the horse does in the direction of halting off of our seat without using our hand. And what can happen, especially when we first start using positive reinforcement, is that we may get a little out of balance and over reinforce that particular behavior, because the opposite behavior of the halt would be going forward. So it's really important that we make sure that we do keep balance between the behaviors. We don't want to over reinforce the halt to the point where the horse doesn't walk forward anymore. Now, if you've done this and you've over reinforced a particular behavior, it's not a big deal. That is the great thing about the food, is that it's easy to reshape the behavior into something else or into the other side of the balance scale, if you will. But if you take right turn, well, then there's always left turn. If you take forward, there's halt or there's back up. So there's a lot of different things that we do with horses. We ask them to put their head down. We ask them to put their head up. We ask them to lengthen the stride. We ask them to shorten the stride. A lot of those things are just antithesis of each other. And so whenever we're training them, we do want to keep in mind that we want to make sure that the horse has an idea of the opposite behavior still. We don't want to accidentally make it think, we don't want you to go forward, we just want you to halt for the rest of your life. Or we don't want you to turn right, we just want you to turn left for the rest of your life. Or we don't want you to go on the left lead because the right one was difficult, and so we really over reinforce the right lead, and now you don't want to use the left lead. And again, if you do something like this, it's not a big deal. It's really easy to fix, fortunately. Horses are so forgiving, and the training being very powerful makes it easy to bring things back into proper balance. But it's even better if we practice prevention rather than intervention, and we can just make sure that we are addressing the balance and maintaining the balance as we are training. It is perfectly natural for things to get a little out of balance when we're introducing something new, but it is a good idea to come back and make sure that we're maintaining the balance pretty quickly when the new behavior is confirmed.